Aging gracefully might mean many things: remembering where your keys are, being able to dance at your granddaughter's wedding, or just standing up from the couch without making sound effects. But ask any geriatrician, and they'll tell you that one of the most meaningful indicators of how well someone is aging isn't their cholesterol level or even their blood pressure. It's frailty. Not the poetic kind, the clinical kind. Frailty is that slow, creeping decline in strength, stamina, and physiological resilience that leaves older adults more vulnerable to falls, infections, hospitalizations, and, yes, death. It's measured by a frailty index or a phenotype, scoring things like grip strength, walking speed, unintentional weight loss, and exhaustion. And while it may seem like a natural, unavoidable side effect of getting older, an increasing body of research is pointing to a powerful modifiable factor: diet quality earlier in life. So, can what you eat in your 50s and 60s really shape how you move and feel in your 70s and beyond? The evidence is mounting, and it's beginning to look like the answer is an enthusiastic, fiber-filled yes. Large-scale longitudinal cohort studies like the Nurses' Health Study, the Whitehall 2 study, and the Health, Aging, and Body Composition Study have all explored the link between dietary patterns in midlife and frailty risk later on. What they've found is remarkably consistent. Adults who maintain high diet quality, especially those who adhere to plant-forward, whole food-rich diets like the Mediterranean diet, DASH diet, or the Healthy Eating Index (HEI), tend to score lower on frailty indices decades later. One of the key mechanisms behind this link is chronic inflammation. Poor quality diets high in processed foods, saturated fats, and added sugars tend to promote a pro-inflammatory environment that slowly eats away at muscle mass, increases oxidative stress, and accelerates mitochondrial dysfunction, all major contributors to frailty. Meanwhile, anti-inflammatory diets rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and omega-3s appear to protect muscle tissue, enhance energy metabolism, and preserve physical function well into advanced age. In a 2021 meta-analysis examining diet quality and frailty onset, researchers found that those in the highest diet quality category had a 35% lower risk of developing frailty compared to those with the poorest diets. Notably, this protective effect held even after adjusting for BMI, physical activity, smoking, and socioeconomic status. Translation: your salad is working even when your gym routine is not. But let's get even more specific. Diets rich in protein, especially from plant or lean sources, fiber, vitamins D and B12, and antioxidants appear to play pivotal roles in muscle maintenance and neuromuscular function. Midlife adults with higher protein intakes, spread throughout the day, not just at dinner, are less likely to suffer from sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, a major engine of frailty. Similarly, fiber intake supports metabolic health and gut integrity, which in turn affects inflammation and immune resilience. Then there's the matter of micronutrient sufficiency. Older adults often fall short on essentials like calcium, potassium, magnesium, and folate, nutrients that keep bones strong, blood pressure stable, and brains functioning. But diets that score high on global indices like the Alternative Healthy Eating Index (AHEI) or the PHDI often deliver these nutrients in spades, and over time, that translates to more resilient aging trajectories. What makes these findings even more relevant is how early and sustained the dietary benefits seem to be. In other words, you can't just start pounding kale smoothies at 68 and expect miracles, though it won't hurt. It's the accumulated exposure to nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory foods in midlife that appears to offer the greatest protection later on. Think of your 50s and 60s as the critical prep window, your nutritional retirement savings account. The better you invest, the stronger your frailty buffer becomes. That said, all is not lost if you're a late starter. Interventions in older adults, some even in their 80s, have shown that dietary improvements can still make a measurable difference in frailty scores, especially when combined with resistance training or lifestyle changes. A randomized trial in pre-frail older adults showed that switching to a Mediterranean-style diet for just 12 months improved grip strength, gait speed, and overall frailty phenotype. Your mitochondria, apparently, don't care how long they've been neglected, they'll still party if you feed them right. So, does a better diet delay frailty? Absolutely, and not just in abstract, cellular terms. It means you're more likely to walk unassisted, avoid nursing homes, reduce hospital stays, and live independently longer. You're less likely to suffer the cruel one-two punch of a fall followed by long-term immobility. You're more likely to keep gardening, dancing, and lifting your grandkids. And you're doing it all on the same foods that reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and dementia. In short, the fork in your hand may be one of the most powerful tools you have to shape how you age, not just how long you live, but how well. So whether you're in your 40s, 50s, or freshly retired, don't underestimate the future-shaping power of your plate. Because while you can't stop the clock, you can absolutely slow down the wear and tear. One fiber-rich bite at a time.